as he feels pressure. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just sit.
And he makes the catch inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Runs through the tackle. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. Throws to the wideout. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Pitt! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Boston College Eagles offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on it early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Boston College wants to play fast. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Trying to get to him. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on third down.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes down. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down and get some positive yards.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
In situations like this, it's nighttime and so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes. And for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Robinson. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Bringing it back, it's Johnson. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He unleashes a long one. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Boston College!
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for room. It's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Pulls it in, it's Reed. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And great job by the linebacker, understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
after the misfire. It's 2nd and 10. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Holstein. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The aerial assault continues. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush.
He's got it inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Looking for a huge play. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Johnson. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Corners are going to bail. Fires one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got it behind the line. It's Harris. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
He makes a catch. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
To the air, it's Holstein. Makes his connection. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. He makes the grab. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a 1st down play. Wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. The sure hands, it's Williams. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass on second down. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Got his man quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This offense has a second down play. Power football with the run. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in the groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Can't get him to the ground. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Right back to it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Boston College right back to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his tight end. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Golden Eagles are moving quickly down the field.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He caught it! Touchdown, Boston College! And they've moved out front here on the 4th. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Colorado found a way to rescue victory. Jaws of defeat, a prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They'll leave it with him. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Coming after him. He'll try to do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? You're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Boston College! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to pass, it's Holstein. Here's a throw downfield late. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we were supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
1 minute left to play. Plenty of time if they can recover this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And now